Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to Nick Month 2. This time it's personal. I know I almost said Electric Boogaloo. We are talking about Nicky, Deuce, a 2013 TV movie starring Noah Monk, or as he's better known as Gibby, and the cast of The Sopranos. Apparently, Michael Imperioli, Steve Scrippa, and James Gandolfini all appear in this. I never seen The Sopranos to say I need to, but I hear it's good. I don't know. And it tells the story of Nicholas Baroli the second or something. And how he's supposed to go to math camp, it doesn't work out, and he ends up go to stay with his dad's family in New York. And he starts to believe that his uncle Frankie, played by Steve Scrippa, who wrote the book that this movie was based on, also is the executive producer of this, is involved with the mob. So, yeah. So beyond Noah Monk, Steve Scrippa, and Michael Imperioli, that I know of, and James Gandolfini. Also, Christine Prosperi, who I know from Degrassi, The Next Generation, whatever you want to call it. She was Imogen. And I'm sorry, but she looks off without glasses. What if I did a whole review like this? You used to see me with glasses. Wouldn't it be weird? What if I got, like, contacts or laser eye surgery and I stopped wearing glasses? You guys would think it'd be off if I just, So I'm used to seeing her with glasses on that show. Even though after season 9 I didn't really watch a lot, every once in a while I would be going through cable. The grass is down, I'll put it on in the background or whatever. I didn't, while I'm playing video games or whatnot. Or just to have it on. But I kind of tapped out after season 9 because that's really where all my characters that I grew up with kind of left after some stupid writing. Anyway, so I knew her. I thought that Robert Curtis Brown, or isn't that his name? He was Cookie from the Crossfire. I thought he was he looks like him. It's not just because he's black. I don't think that way. I'm just saying it kind of looks like him, but it's not. It's someone else. It's not Cookie. But he might as well just be Cookie because he's, I don't know. They do a plotline with him in this. Did it funny the first time, but and they use it to their advantage, but then they just throw it off as a joke again. So Nick is supposed to go to a math camp for the summer, but the toilets get backed up or something, and so he's not able to go there, and he's not able to go to Papua New Guinea with his parents, so he gets sent to New York with his dad's family, who he has not told about because after his dad died, he didn't want anything to do with him, I guess, and he doesn't like his brother because he thinks his brother is in the mob. And when he gets there, Nick starts to realize that that may be true. Yeah. The whole thing is that there's this character, Johnny Dangerously or something like that. I don't know. Which was a Michael Keaton film, but there's a fictional character in here that he likes, he wants to be like. He talks about it with his friend. It was unnecessary in this movie at the beginning. There's a part where he calls him, which there's no need to, and then the after credits, he pops up, and I'm just like, what? Is he still on the phone waiting for, or is that something they cut out from earlier? But upon arriving, he meets Donna, played by Christine Prosperi, and eventually Tommy, played by not Cookie from That's Declassified. The first scene, he's talking to her, but people are stealing from his suitcase. That's not cool. But I do like that comes back, because once they find out the uncle is involved, he's like, hey, get back, come on. Which, we find out later he's not in the mob, but he's connected to the mob for reasons I'll get to later. And that's why, I don't know. And they have like a big difference in food. Where the mom is one of those stereotypical characters, though. You gotta have tofu and low fat, no gluten type food. Kind of like the mom from The Other Me. I hate those kind of stereotype mothers. So what can we give the mom to do? She's a health nut. Kind of rinsed and reused by now, I think. But especially in 2013. Especially now, but definitely in 2013. But yeah, so yeah. So now he's in New York. He's eating pasta fazool, whatever. He's eating a bunch of the Italian food, spaghetti and meatballs, pasta fazool, ziti, good Italian food, and then looked very good. I was hungry watching this, and I ate a late lunch, so I shouldn't be hungry right now. But I was. That's why I stopped watching Man vs. Food so much, because it made me hungry. Because one time I was watching with my son. We were at my mom's, and we're watching it. And I'm like, this is a good show. Yeah, but it makes you hungry. Yeah. And when I watch cooking shows, we watch cooking shows with my mom. So yeah. But yeah. So. One day, Nick accidentally takes a phone call from this gangster named Paulie. Paulie tells him he's got to go talk to Joey Eggs, I think is his name, and that's James Gandolfini in one of, or if not his last role on screen in this before he passed. And he accidentally hits him with the door. He and Tommy go to talk to him. They don't want to do it alone. And Tommy chickens out. I gotta use the bathroom. And then he accidentally hits him with the door, and so kind of goes with it. And he says, Paulie, why don't you do this? Who are you anyway? Name's Nicky Deuce. So, yeah, so he becomes the Deuce. It's a legend. He goes on a date with Donna. He wins her a stuffed bear. I thought I heard her say, hold my beer. I'm like, what? This is surprisingly a little more grown up than I thought. There's guns, right? When we first see Frankie, he's got a cigar. I don't think it's lit, but he's got a cigar. So he's in the bathtub, which is weird. But yeah, there's guns and stuff, and there's illegal stuff. We find out as the three of them decide to do this run for Paulie, and we find out that Michael Imperioli is playing a fake German guy. Yeah, because later he's like, I'm not even German. I am not even German. Who is hypnotizing the horses, because earlier he was watching a horse race with Frankie, and he saw the guy, Michael Imperioli, the guy, and the horse, they're outsiders, and all of a sudden they win. So it's like, so what they're doing is that they're betting on these outside horses. Well, everybody else is betting on the big winners, and the outsiders will come in and give all the money to them. It's not legal, but I can't even say it's a good idea. It's not legal. It's a good plan for them, I should say. But yeah, so and they're watching them hypnotize the horses, and Tommy gets hypnotized. The key word is strudel. Yeah, and so, to stop them from doing this, because Nicky earlier had overheard someone saying about a bust, and that his uncle was going to be involved. So he didn't want, thinking his uncle was in the mob, he doesn't want any problems. So also at one point the parents call and say, hey, we can get you on a plane pop in the beginning. He goes, no, I want to stay. And Frankie steps up with him. No, hey, he wants to stay, he's going to stay. And the grandmother is played by Rita Moreno, who is Mexican, but she's good at playing Italian and Mexican, because the Torettos in the Fast and Furious were Italian. You're not going to change my mind. They were Italian, but then Vin Diesel changed it somewhere along the way to be Hispanic. Because Toretto is an Italian name. Okay? You ain't telling me. Toretto. It's Italian. Toretto. But anyways. So they steal the horse, and they hide it in Donna's parents' bakery. Or upstairs. and it gets out and eats everything in the bakery, including the strudel. Uh-oh. The horse races off. And then Tommy hears it and he races off. And this causes problems. Okay. So then Nicky calls up Paul and says, hey, I got the horse. I got leverage. So you're going to do what I'm going to tell you. Why didn't they leave the horse at the bakery? I guess maybe the parents. They brought it with them. And so they find it right away. I'm like, why didn't they keep it hid somewhere else? If you want leverage, you don't keep that leverage at the same place you are. You hold it, you keep it somewhere, and you have a way to call Donna or Tommy. But no. And the parents also happen to show up, and Dave kidnapped his grandmother, Tootie, which was also the name of the mom character in Stop My Mom Will Shoot. I can't think of her name. Estelle Getty. Her character's name was Tootie in that movie. But yeah, Tootie. Because Tutti. Buongiorno tutti. It's Italian, I guess. But yeah, so he's going to exchange the horse for her, but then they find the horse because she could have just called Donna on a cell phone or something and they bring it, you know, but then they all get, and the parents have shown up at this point. They're all tied in the stables. Misa Stabras! And then, you know, it's cocaine? It's cocaine? Oh, I don't, that's a Spanish, going to be Spanish now, but yeah, like, Colombian, bedazzled. Anyway, it's cocaine? I like that. It's cocaine? It's cocaine? I just like, that's how he does it. That's how he does it. I'm getting distracted. I often do. I have ADHD. You guys should know that by now. I often drift away into weird segues anyway. So, they're all captured where they go to get their thing. And like most movies where it's like this, why don't they ever have someone in there with them, watching them at all times? Instead, they're outside on the other side somewhere. So, Nicky hops his chair over and uses his dad's hand sanitizer to squeeze free of the ropes, unties everyone, and they set up a trap with Frankie. Hey, something's wrong with my uncle, and they get free. And it's revealed that Uncle Frankie is actually a cop undercover, and this changes things. It gets his brother's respect and everything. And yeah, also they use Tommy to say Strudel and use him to run down one of the bad guys. Which I'm sitting there going, why not use Strudel to break him out of the chair? Because I'm like, hey, use Tommy, say Strudel, and he busts out of his thing, right? Right? Maybe it would have worked. I don't know. Yeah, and then we end at a wedding. And this is where the joke didn't work. So we're at the wedding. All the family's together. They're all okay now. And Nicky is gonna dance with Donna. They kiss. And then someone is talking about, hey, well, this is the best strudel ever. And Tommy freaks out. Runs across the thing. He didn't run into anyone or knock a cake on anyone like it would have been. So it's not bad, but I didn't think we needed it again. I do like Shrippa's response. We gotta get that fixed, or whatever he said. But yeah, I liked it. My first time seeing it. I never saw it. I'm trying to think. I may have recorded, because I think I had a VCR at the time this came out in 2013. It was towards the end of when I had a VCR. But I think I recorded it, but I don't think I ever watched it. It was one of those things where I was still in the Nickelodeon, but not completely. I was watching, 2013, Victorious was still on the air. iCarly had ended, Victorious was still on the air. Sam and Cat was coming out. So I was still watching, because I watched Sam and Cat. Hey, 2010's Nickelodeon got me out of some tough spaces. Alright, I had a stomach issue with my intestine. There was blockage. And when I was in the hospital with my grandma, I watched a brain surge and the Victorious episodes where she gets the zombie makeup on. That helped me with the situation I was there. Because the blockage was causing me to have to go sit on the toilet a lot. Yeah. And like, my grandma tried giving me diarrhea pills. This was before 2013, because her health was declining by 2013. It's like 2011-ish, I want to say. Whenever Victorious and Brain Surge were still airing new episodes, that's what it was. 2011, 2012, maybe? I don't know. But she would give me the diarrhea pills, and then I would throw up, because it was a thing where it was a blockage and it needed to get out, but the solids couldn't get out. So I'm trying to be very vague. So just liquid. So that was the problem. So they said that it would eventually. They gave me something for it, I think, but they said it would eventually go through my system. But I was sick of having to run to the toilet so much. But yeah, I thought maybe my son has something similar, but he's going through something else entirely now. But yeah, this was good. I'm gonna say it's pretty good. I think it was good. I think it was a nice first time watch for me. So yeah. So what are your thoughts on Nicky Deuce? Leave a comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm this guy, and I'll see you in the next one.